Hey fellas, welcome to the show. Unfortunately, I've been very busy for the last couple of days. I just redid my 7 Steps site. I'm taking that 7 Steps site down and I'm turning that into an actual course. The book will be broken up into 7 days, but it's a 10-day course. I'm adding the audio files, videos, and stuff like that into it. So I can take a person from, no pussy to pussy by the end of that course. I even have a boot camp in there. But anyway, I'm rebuilding the whole site. If you want to check it out, it's at seductionguideformen.com. Seduction Guide for Men. I'll try to remember to put a link in the bottom here. I'm getting ready to also blast out to see one of my grandsons do a dance performance. So I've only got a couple of minutes. So let's see what we got here. DCW. Players don't resemble pickup artists. Thanks, player, once again for taking my mail. Just wanted to chime in on this topic. Pickup artist teachers are leaving you nerd motherfuckers stranded. He's telling that to you guys out there. Teaching strategies that only get you some phone numbers. That's if they're lucky. Most of the guys, they get asked out, which is ridiculous. Insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Like the one fat kid who's a pickup artist, they sent out there to the streets to try to pick up on smoking hot Asian babes. He's just heading for disaster. They don't recognize that, he's got to lose some weight. But anyway, he's saying, DCW saying, y'all getting pimped harder than the bitches in the red light district. And that's true because motherfuckers come on the internet, they're thirsty. Most of the people that are listening to me, you guys are thirsty. You guys need or want something, some magic technique that's going to help you out, help women like you and all that kind of stuff. And what it really takes is some work. You got to do some work. If you're not willing to do the work, you're going to get no results, period. He goes, you got the numbers, now what? The problem is you are still the same lame, unconfident individual with no game, no swag, and a bitch will sense that soon after. And that is very true. Women can feel your confidence. So you guys out there who are pickup artists who are now listening to me, I didn't mean to expose you to my channel. I guess shit happens. That's what your problem is. You filled your head up with all these wild ass theories of these guys studying people like me, and you have no substance. You haven't changed yourself yet. You haven't grown your balls yet, because women want a man with balls. He writes, for us players, we capture a woman's attention with our presences, wordplay, and movement without hoe chasing. And that is very true. Even online, like I showed on my Plenty of Fish Pimping product, I didn't hoe chase. I let women choose. And that's what you got to do. You guys got to stop acting so damn, as they say, thirsty. Like a motherfucker in a desert with no water around. There's an old black saying, don't act like you never had nothing. I'm sure DCW recognized that from his own mama. Like when we would go over to people's house, our mom would say, don't act like you never ate before. Because you go there hungry and start begging. That's you guys, you pickup artists. You go out there hungry and you're begging. Begging. So you're beggars. You guys are like telemarketers, actually. Annoying little telemarketers. Instead of men. And women are choosing up on men, not beggars. And that's one thing you guys have to learn eventually the hard way. My site's full of guys who learned that lesson. Next email. Hey player, I saw one of your videos about guys who make weak Plenty of Fish dating profiles or weak dating profiles in general. That reminded me of a friend who's been on POF for a year now and has messaged over 600 women and has not received a single reply. So I'm recommending he buy your Plenty of Fish Pimping product. That's good because I just did another update on it. I got some more improvements to make it even tighter. I'm doing okay myself. Met a few women, had a few dates, but I believe I could be doing so much better. So I am buying your product as soon as I have some extra cash saved up. Good there, brother. I redid the Plenty of Fish pimping site. Now it's almost like a membership. You sign up, you pay, and you can go back. Only you can access the site. Only the people who have paid. So make sure you do it from the correct IP address. Yeah, because otherwise, too many IPs log in, bam, your account gets froze and you get locked out. You're asked out. So be warned. Also, you'll try to. Some people try to give out a link, and they won't be able to get it, or they won't be able to. People will get the link, won't be able to see it or use it. All right, got a fella here, Sir Tristan. That's like some English guys. Sir Montague, and Sir Tristan. There's a fella up here. At the very top, I looked at his email, said private marketing proposal, calls himself Sir Patrick. So I know he's got to be English. Well, I'm Mac Daddy. And it looks like Jovina's finally back. Okay. I'm going to have to wrap this up and get on the road. Game review. Hey, Supreme, it's been about a year since I took your advice. I just talked to you a few months ago, I think. I have to say I went through some changes for good. I used to have zero game, but now I've completely killed off the nice guy and Captain Save-A-Ho elements. Good. You're the fellow that was living in England, and I believe you're Polish descent or something like that. Anyway, and he writes, and stop them from poisoning my life. I have more success with females. I can hold a fun, light conversation and maintain their interest. I can keep them talking and get their life story. But the more success doesn't mean full success yet. I see my confidence has been pretty superficial and short-lived in real life situations. Do you have any general tips on how to man up my dumb ass up? Well, give me some examples of what you're experiencing, why you think it's short-lived. Because you'll find those same situations are actually your life training tools, training ground. That's where you develop your real character in those situations you might be thinking about. Okay, a lot of guys don't realize there are problems that come into them from life. That's life testing you, trying to make you better and stronger. So instead of bitch assing out, stand up and learn from it and move beyond it. All right, next one. The Game. Hello, player. I just want to give a quick opinion on the book titled The Game by Neil Strauss. It is a good book to further my game. Is it a good book to further my game, or is it PUA crap? Thanks. I have not read the book, but I've heard from numerous people that it's PUA shit. It's not even about the game. You got to recognize that Strauss is a writer, a professional writer. Okay, and he wrote about his adventures down there in Los Angeles. I wish I had went down there to that damn mansion they were at back then. It'd be a different story today. But anyway, let's go on to the next one. My game is improving. Let's see, we only have about 10 minutes left before we have to wrap this show up. I've got to get out of here, so let's finish this up. My game is improving. Hi, Player Supreme. I've been watching your videos for a while now, and I wasn't going out that much to clubs or parties. 2 weeks ago, I was at my friend's birthday party, and we all went out to the club. I was talking to this girl she was choosing, and I got her number. We talked during the weekdays, but our schedules didn't match up and hang out. So we waited for the weekend. I had a few people at my house during the day, and my friend brought these two Spanish chicks. I talked to one of them, and I had got her number. I dropped off the first girl I brought because she had to do a family dinner before we all went to the club. Then I got in good with the second girl that looks better. Okay. I called her the next day to go to a hookah place. I can't believe that shit spread like it did. You trendy motherfuckers. That's all I gotta say. That shit was getting popular, oh, God, about 10 years ago. Well, anyway, he goes, when we left, I'm in a hookah place. Never mind. I want to laugh at you. When we left, she said she loved it and we will have to go again soon. The first girl is going on a 2-month holiday, so we'll see what happens when she comes back. By the way, I got 2 more numbers, but there's nothing going on with those yet. We'll call them up. I have another date lined up with the second chick for this weekend, and she has been texting me every day. This all happened in 2 weeks. I think it's because I have been hitting the gym. Thanks for the advice, Player Supreme. Now I feel a lot more confident now. Well, there, Jeezy. Good job, man. But hit those other girls up. Okay? And Sir Patrick, I sent you a ad on my friend Facebook. Thanks for giving me your Facebook. And we can talk for sure. All right. That is our mail for the day, fellas. So, in closing, yeah, my video got out there. Some kid named Flower Power sent me some gay shit, and I sent him to my fags video that said howtobeaplayerx.com/fags. Well, that's how I feel about the subject. I just want to be left alone about it. You know, I don't give a damn about homosexuals. I don't give a fuck. Okay? And I don't give a fuck about that word homophobia. It has no meaning to me. It's like calling a white dude a cracker. If I call one of you white guys a cracker, you laugh at me, so? It means nothing to you. Same thing to me. You guys let that word influence you and get power over you. I didn't. So, someone asked me, I know you're not homophobic. You know, it's kind of insulting, their Flower Power. I don't give a fuck about homophobia. And I don't give a fuck about fags or gay dudes or lesbos. Let them do what they do. Fuck them. Just keep your shit out my face. That's all I ask. I like to be able to turn on the goddamn TV without seeing some gay shit all over the place. I know they're a small percentage of the society and they're trying to appeal to their market also. Fuck that. I would like to see a normal goddamn show without some gay shit all over it. Without dudes slathering each other and butt slamming each other and eyeballing each other. When I was growing up, gay dudes didn't dare. They didn't dare look at you the way they look at you these days. Okay? So you guys have no idea what it's like. You have no idea what it was like. The peace that was there. With all this nonsense that's going on out there in the world. All this unrest and all this madness, weird sexual shit. And we got people dressed up in furry suits and having conventions, wearing little rat outfits and rabbit outfits. And they think it's cool. What kind of shit is that? Some crazy motherfucking shit. So I'm not a part of this madness and this nonsense that's going on. I represent the old school. And the old school is coming back. This kid sent me a link to some gay dude who's in politics. And by the way, that's how they got so much power. They put people in politics. But he was crying over, these kids who had committed suicide. And that's sad. I don't want to see a homosexual child kill himself. You know, you got the gene. I'm sorry. Nothing I can do for you myself. Live your life. But I saw the man breaking down, crying. I said, this guy must be gay. And sure enough, he was talking about how he was when he was a kid. You know, I can't fathom these kind of males out there. I'm not talking about gay males. I'm talking about weak males. I understand when something touched your heart. You know, when my little brother died, I cried in private almost every night for about a year. You know, I think about it, but I kept it to myself. I spoke at his funeral and everything. So I handled it like a man. That's